Welcome to the most exciting coin discovery of your life. Today, we're diving into the mysterious and ultra-rare bicentennial coins, an ordinary-looking coin with the power to make you a millionaire overnight. If you've got this hidden gem in your pocket, your entire future could change in an instant. Let's unlock the secrets behind this legendary piece of treasure. First up, in the numismatic world, few coins carry a tale as stirring and electrifying as the 1955 Elizabeth II sixpence from the United Kingdom. At first glance, this small silver-toned coin may seem humble, almost ordinary. But hidden beneath its modest size lies a legendary story and an astronomical value that has stunned collectors, investors, and even historians. If you own this coin, you're not just holding a piece of currency, you're holding a potential passport to sudden, unimaginable wealth. Yes, this unassuming relic could be worth millions in today's US dollar value, making it a treasure beyond ordinary comprehension. Minted during the very early reign of Queen Elizabeth II, the 1955 sixpence was not just another coin. It was a symbol of a nation under transformation. Fresh from the coronation of a new monarch, the British Royal Mint struck this coin with a special sense of purpose and detail. Its obverse features the radiant young portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by the talented Mary Gillick. Unlike later versions, this effigy carries a softer, almost ethereal look, representing innocence, stability, and the hopes of a new era. That alone makes it a standout piece. But there's more. Some rare pieces of this coin are said to have die errors or striking anomalies, instantly turning them into million-dollar marvels. But why is it so valuable? Rarity and historical context are the pillars of its astronomical worth. While millions were produced for circulation, very few remain in pristine condition. Even fewer exist with flawless mint state grading or rare minting defects. These are the unicorns of British coinage, the ultra-rare variance collectors, and investors battle fiercely to acquire. A flawless or error-laden 1955 sixpence could fetch you 6 or 7 figures in international auctions. That's not speculation. It's a fact among elite numismatists. Owning one could place you among the financially elite overnight. Now picture this. A collector, unaware of its true value, spends it at a flea market, and a savvy numismatist swoops in. With just one coin, a life transforms. That's the sheer magnitude of this sixpence's power. It is no exaggeration to say this coin is a game changer, a once-in-a-lifetime jackpot, camouflaged in nickel-brass alloy and historical prestige. If you have this coin sitting in a jar or tucked away in a drawer, it's like having buried treasure waiting to rise. Its reverse side adds another layer of charm and mystique. The crowned royal monogram, flanked by a Tudor rose, shamrock, thistle, and leek, represents unity across the United Kingdom. Each symbol tells a story of England, Scotland, Ireland, and Wales. In this single design, heritage meets harmony, making it not just valuable monetarily, but rich in cultural significance. It's the kind of coin that museum curators covet, and private collectors dream of adding to their hidden vaults. And make no mistake, the coin market is exploding. With the rise of online auctions, numismatic forums, and crypto-backed collectible platforms, the demand for ultra-rare coins has reached fever pitch. The 1955 sixpence, especially with top-tier grading or distinctive errors, is in hotter demand than ever. What was once pocket change has now become a portal to extreme luxury. Mansions, yachts, exotic cars, all could be yours if you play your coin right. Do not be deceived by its size. The 1955 Elizabeth II sixpence holds the power to alter your financial destiny. It isn't just metal, it's history, rarity, elegance, and fortune molded into one tiny disc. If it's in your hands, protect it like treasure. Get it appraised, graded, and authenticated. The right buyer is out there, waiting with a millionaire's offer. And once that deal is made, you'll never look at small change the same way again. If fate has placed this coin in your collection, understand this. You are sitting on a sleeping fortune. This isn't a dream. This is real. And if you handle it wisely, this 1955 sixpence could very well become the turning point of your life. The coin that catapults you from collector to billionaire, from ordinary to legend. Don't let it slip through your fingers. Fortune favors the rare. Second in the realm of rare coins, one silent warrior stands among the shadows, often underestimated, quietly holding the potential to launch fortunes. The 1956 United Kingdom sixpence bearing the image of Queen Elizabeth II. It's not just a coin, it's a potential financial miracle cloaked in metal. Behind its delicate luster lies a force powerful enough to rewrite your destiny. If you are lucky enough to possess this particular sixpence, what you're holding might not be small change. It might be your ticket to millionaire status overnight. Minted in a post-war Britain during the early reign of Queen Elizabeth II, the 1956 sixpence carries both regal charm and historical pulse. The country was rebuilding its identity, modernizing its monarchy, and solidifying its culture, and this coin became part of that journey. Struck in cupronickel after silver was removed from everyday coinage, this sixpence represents a transitional era. It is that exact moment in time, the first decade of a queen's reign, that makes this coin uniquely desirable among elite collectors. Every curve on its surface, every inscription in its design, echoes a monumental age in British history. The obverse displays the youthful, graceful portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, styled by the acclaimed Mary Gillick. There's something truly captivating about this design. The queen without a crown, bareheaded, elegant, and pure. This is not just a profile. It's a statement of simplicity and authority. Many believe that coins with this early portrait have become mystical emblems of legacy, and when found in flawless or rare error condition, their value skyrockets into the millions. Yes, some collectors are willing to pay extravagant sums for these early pieces in mint state or with hidden anomalies. Now, let's talk rarity. While millions of 1956 sixpence coins entered circulation, only a microscopic percentage have survived in untouched, pristine condition. And among those, a few were accidentally struck with minting flaws, off-center strikes, double dies, or edge anomalies. These rare misprints are where the true golden gates of wealth open. If your 1956 sixpence happens to be one of those hidden gems, its value can multiply tenfold, hundredfold, even thousandfold in the right market. Don't be surprised if a serious collector offers millions in USD to take it off your hands. Flip it over, and the reverse bursts into life with national symbolism. A crown monogram of E.R. Elizabeth Regina is surrounded by 4 floral emblems: the English rose, Scottish thistle, Irish shamrock, and Welsh leek. This is not just design. It's a political statement carved into metal, unity under the crown. It's a miniature proclamation of empire, beautifully balanced and meticulously engraved. The artistry in this coin rivals royal jewels, and for many, it holds emotional and cultural value as much as monetary. What elevates the 1956 sixpence even further is the wave of interest among global collectors who chase early Elizabethan coins like hidden treasure. With the passing of Queen Elizabeth II and the end of an era, prices for her earliest coins have exploded. Collectors from across Europe, the Americas, and Asia now scramble to find pieces that tell her story, and the 1956 sixpence is a crown jewel in that narrative. Combine royal connection, age, potential error value, and global demand, and what do you have? A coin that could fetch $1 million hammer price at the right auction. This coin is a silent guardian of immense fortune. It may be sitting in your drawer, hiding in a forgotten album, or tucked inside a family heirloom box, but its worth could be the stuff of fairy tales. Do not be lured by quick sales or casual interest. Protect it. Authenticate it. Get it professionally graded. Because if yours is in near-perfect condition or has one of those rare flaws, you're holding a life-altering artifact capable of turning average people into legends. So now ask yourself, could the tiny coin in your hand be your untapped fortune? Could it be the key to a world you've only dreamed of? Mansions, supercars, global adventures? With the 1956 Elizabeth II sixpence, the answer might just be yes. And if so, remember this. Never underestimate the power of the past. Sometimes, greatness comes in small circles. Third, hidden in drawers, coin jars, and forgotten collections lies a small, silver-toned marvel that holds the power to transform your life. The legendary 1957 United Kingdom sixpence bearing the youthful effigy of Queen Elizabeth II. At a glance, it appears like ordinary currency from a bygone era. But make no mistake, this coin is no ordinary relic. It carries a story of heritage, rarity, and untold value. And if you're fortunate enough to possess one in the right condition, it could be worth millions of US dollars in today's collector market. That's right. You might be holding a financial time bomb waiting to explode in your favor. The 1957 sixpence marks a fascinating point in history. Britain's post-war era, a time when the empire was evolving and Queen Elizabeth II was still in the early, radiant years of her reign. The nation had started adjusting to a world rapidly shifting into modernity, yet the currency still echoed deep tradition. This sixpence, modest in size but powerful in symbolism, became one of the key representations of this transitional period. Its face captured the freshness of a new queen and the enduring strength of the monarchy. That energy is immortalized in the coin, giving it not just monetary value but emotional and historical weight. That on the obverse is the famous uncrowned portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Mary Gillick. This portrait exudes elegance and grace, completely unlike the later, more formal images. Her youthful face, free of any crown, represents purity, peace, and a break from the war-torn past. That specific portrait, only used for a brief window, has become iconic, and coins bearing it are highly sought after by collectors. The 1957 sixpence, with this design preserved in crisp detail, is viewed as a royal masterpiece, especially when kept in high-grade, uncirculated form. But what makes this coin potentially worth millions? It's the rare combination of historical importance, condition, and minting anomalies. While many were struck for general use, a small number were produced in proof condition, flawless, detailed, and never meant for circulation. Even rarer are coins with minting errors, like misaligned strikes, doubling in lettering, or unusual edge ridges. These variants are unicorns in the coin world, and collectors will pay astronomical prices to own them. A verified error sixpence from 1957, especially one in mint state, could absolutely command seven figures in a private sale or international auction. Turn the coin over and you're met with a classic design, the crowned E, our monogram, surrounded by a rose, thistle, shamrock, and leek, representing the unity of England, Scotland, Ireland, and Wales. It's a floral tribute to the United Kingdom itself. That reverse design isn't just decorative, it speaks volumes about post-war Britain, and to collectors, it feels like a living symbol of the Queen's earliest promise to her people. To own such a coin is to hold a piece of British soul, and that makes it worth more than any number printed on its face. With Queen Elizabeth II's reign now concluded, her early coinage has soared in global significance. Collectors from all corners of the world are scrambling to secure early pieces from her era, pushing prices to record highs. The 1957 sixpence is no longer just a collectible. It's a symbol of royalty, resilience, and rare beauty. And when found in top condition, it becomes a treasure capable of redefining your entire financial future. If you find one with high grading, especially MS65 or above, or one certified with an error, you may have already won the jackpot without realizing it. This coin's value doesn't just lie in its metal or age. It's in the story it tells. The story of a young monarch, a changing world, and a timeless nation. And in today's market, fueled by emotion, scarcity, and royal nostalgia, the right buyer is willing to pay a fortune for a coin that embodies such legacy. Even dealers and museums often compete to acquire early Elizabeth II sixpences for their private vaults and national collections. So, here's the bottom line. If you own a 1957 Queen Elizabeth II sixpence, especially one in flawless condition, or with visible minting quirks, do not part with it lightly. Get it authenticated, appraised, and preserved. You might be sitting on a gold mine disguised as silver. It is not just a coin. It is a hidden key, one that could unlock riches beyond your dreams and elevate your life from the ordinary to the extraordinary. Don't let fortune slip through your fingers. This tiny coin could be your billionaire breakthrough. Forth in the quiet corners of old drawers, buried beneath forgotten keepsakes or nestled in vintage coin albums, there exists a seemingly modest piece of metal, the 1960 United Kingdom sixpence bearing the youthful portrait of Queen Elizabeth. 2. At first glance, it may look like just another coin from the past. But behind this small circular design lies an untold story of unimaginable value. This is no ordinary sixpence. It is a symbol of untapped fortune, one that could turn an average citizen into a millionaire overnight, even a billionaire, under the right conditions. The year 1960 was a defining one. Britain was reshaping itself into a modern society, and Queen Elizabeth II, still in the earlier years of her reign, was seen as a beacon of stability and progress. Coins minted during this era carry a deep historical resonance, but the 1960 sixpence holds a magic of its own. It was among the last of the true, classically designed sixpence coins before the radical transformations of British currency began. As a result, it became more than just legal tender. It became a time capsule, capturing the very essence of post-war optimism and royal elegance. On the front, the coin features the radiant, uncrowned profile of the young Queen Elizabeth II, modeled by the renowned sculptor Mary Gillick. There's an angelic simplicity in her features, a grace untouched by time. This portrait was used only during the earlier part of her reign, which increases the historical weight of the coin. Today, collectors around the world view this portrait as sacred, dignified, and artistically unmatched, and coins bearing it in perfect condition or with rare mint errors can command millions of US dollars at global auctions. But why is the 1960 sixpence particularly special? It's the rare blend of condition, scarcity, and royal symbolism. While millions were struck, only a few survived in unblemished mint state condition. Coins that were never circulated, showing no wear, retaining their original shine and precision. Even fewer were minted with subtle errors, such as doubled dies, misaligned strikes, or odd metal anomalies. These errors transformed the coin from common to extraordinary, launching its value into seven-figure territory, and sometimes beyond. Owning such a piece is like holding a winning lottery ticket from the past. Flip the coin over and you'll witness a beautifully balanced reverse design. A crown monogram, ER, is surrounded by the floral symbols of the United Kingdom. The rose, thistle, shamrock, and leek, representing England, Scotland, Ireland, and Wales. It's not just decorative, it's poetic. The design itself tells a story of unity and pride during a time when the country was redefining itself. For royal enthusiasts and cultural historians, this coin is far more than currency. It's a royal emblem sealed in metal, and that emotional power drives collectors to spend millions to own a piece of that legacy. As the world reflects on Queen Elizabeth II's reign following her passing, interest in her earliest and mid-era coinage has exploded. Coins like the 1960 sixpence, particularly in pristine condition or with verified minting anomalies, are now seen as priceless artifacts. Collectors from the US, Europe, Asia, and the Middle East are competing in secret auctions, offering jaw-dropping figures for coins once worth pennies. If you have this coin in the right state, your entire financial destiny could shift in a heartbeat. And what makes this opportunity even more thrilling is its accessibility. While some rare coins are locked away in royal vaults or museum displays, the 1960 sixpence might be sitting in your pocket, your attic, or an old family coin jar. That's the incredible twist of fate. You might already possess a life-changing treasure without even knowing it. Don't let its modest look deceive you. It's not about how it shines, but about what lies beneath. The rich combination of rarity, history, and high-stakes demand. So, here's the truth in bold. If you hold a 1960 Queen Elizabeth II sixpence, especially in mint state or with unusual minting marks, you are holding power, a silent key to wealth, prestige, and possibility. Before you give it away or sell it cheaply, remember, this coin might be your once-in-a-lifetime miracle. Fortune, after all, often arrives in the smallest, quietest packages, 5 hidden in plain sight, often overlooked as just another piece of old currency. The 1961 United Kingdom sixpence is, in truth, a sleeping giant. A coin so historically significant and potentially rare that it could unlock millions of dollars in value. If you're holding this unassuming yet majestic coin, you might already be sitting on unimaginable wealth. What seems like a forgotten relic from the past might actually be the key to financial freedom, a one-in-a-billion discovery that can turn your story from ordinary to extraordinary in a blink. This coin was born in a momentous era, Britain in 1961, when Queen Elizabeth II was still early in her reign, and the country was beginning to find its footing in the modern world. But this sixpence, minted in that very year, became more than just a coin. It became a symbol of national pride and royal continuity. Each one was forged not just from metal, but from heritage, hope, and timeless tradition. That's why collectors across the globe view it as far more than currency. It's a royal artifact. Let's begin with the obverse, the front side of the coin. Here we find the exquisite and youthful uncrowned portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, crafted by the legendary Mary Gillick. Unlike later coins that showed the queen in regal crowns or with more formal bearing, this early depiction shines with innocence and authenticity. It captures the queen as she was then, fresh, strong, and full of promise. This specific portrait is no longer used, which has made the 1961 sixpence a must-have for royal collectors worldwide, and when paired with perfect condition or rare mint errors, its worth can skyrocket into the millions. What makes this particular year, 1961, so uniquely valuable? It's not just the portrait, but the minting precision and possible anomalies. Among millions produced, only a microscopic number survived in uncirculated, flawless condition. And rarer still are the coins that bear mint errors, off-center strikes, double die inscriptions, unusual metal compositions, or rare edge varieties. These anomalies, almost invisible to the untrained eye, can elevate the coin's value to astonishing levels. A single verified 1961 sixpence with a clear error and high grading could easily command 7 figures in USD at auction. Flip the coin over, and you're greeted with a powerful design that represents the unity of the British Isles. The reverse features the crown monogram, E.R., encircled by 4 national floral symbols: the English rose, Scottish thistle, Irish shamrock, and Welsh leek. This isn't just decoration, it's a declaration of unity, a mini monument of monarchy and culture. For collectors, that level of meaning and artistry turns a coin into a historic heirloom, a piece worth fighting over, worth millions, and capable of turning an ordinary collector into a global sensation. But here's where things get electrifying. As the world mourns the end of Queen Elizabeth II's reign and celebrates her legacy, the value of coins from her early rule has exploded. The 1961 sixpence, tucked within that golden window of early reign artifacts, is now in peak demand. Private collectors, museums, investors, even celebrities are hunting for the rarest examples. If your coin is uncirculated, graded above MS 65, or displays a unique mint anomaly, its auction value could be so high that it changes your life overnight. Yes, this little coin could be your golden door to billionaire status, and perhaps the most thrilling part. These coins aren't locked away in castles or museums. No, they're scattered across the world, tucked in old wallets, forgotten in dusty boxes, passed down by grandparents. That means the next millionaire could be you. The 1961 sixpence might be resting quietly in your palm, waiting for you to recognize its true worth. It's not just a collector's piece. It's a hidden miracle, and it's yours to claim if fate has placed it in your hands. So what should you do? First, protect it, store it safely, and avoid cleaning or damaging it. Then, have it professionally graded and authenticated. Once certified, you can unlock its real value by entering it into high-end coin auctions. 6. The 1962 United Kingdom sixpence bearing the graceful image of Queen Elizabeth II may appear simple, light, silver-toned, and familiar. But what many don't realize is that this tiny coin holds the kind of value that can make headlines. If you own one, especially in high-grade condition or with certain rare traits, it could be your one-way ticket to millionaire or even billionaire status. This isn't just currency. It's a legacy wrapped in metal, a piece of history that has the power to transform your entire life. This coin emerged during a powerful era, Britain in 1962, when the monarchy stood tall, and Queen Elizabeth II was the glowing symbol of continuity and pride. Her young reign still carried the freshness of promise, and the coinage of that time reflects the purity of that image. The sixpence, a beloved coin in British culture, was seen as a token of luck and prosperity. But the 1962 issue carries something more, a rare combination of heritage, scarcity, and magic that makes it a hidden fortune in your palm. That on the front of the coin is the iconic uncrowned portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Mary Gillick. This isn't just a face, it's a symbol of purity, power, and grace. The youthful queen, untouched by the burdens of time, is portrayed with elegance and dignity, and this design was only used during a short window in the early part of her reign. That makes every coin with this portrait a piece of royal art. But when it comes to the 1962 sixpence, it's not just the beauty, it's the rarity, the condition, and the whispers of minting secrets that make it worth millions in today's US dollar market. Collectors are obsessed with condition and uniqueness. While millions of sixpence coins were minted in 1962, only a handful exist today in perfect, uncirculated, or proof-like condition. That flawless state that captures every detail as it was struck at the Royal Mint. Even rarer still are coins that carry mint errors, double-die lettering, off-center strikes, or metal blend variations. These rare imperfections, far from being flaws, are actually treasures. A confirmed error coin from 1962 with high grading could fetch 7 figures or more in elite collector circles. The reverse of the coin carries the classic E.R. monogram, crowned and surrounded by 4 floral symbols: the rose, thistle, shamrock, and leek. Each one represents a part of the United Kingdom, and together, they form a ring of unity. It's a symbol of the strength and harmony of a nation, sealed into a single coin. This design isn't just beautiful, it's meaningful. And coins with meaning carry emotional weight. And emotional weight drives extraordinary value in the eyes of collectors and royal memorabilia investors. That what's even more thrilling is how global demand for early Elizabeth II coins has exploded. Since her passing, a new wave of collectors has emerged, seeking coins that capture the beginning of her reign. The 1962 sixpence sits at the crossroads of history and elegance. And if you own one with a rare variety or in pristine condition, you're not just holding money, you're holding an open vault of untold riches. This is the kind of coin that private museums, royal collectors, and high-stakes investors will pay staggering amounts to obtain, and it could be anywhere right now, sitting in an old box, tucked inside a family heirloom pouch, resting unnoticed in your own home. The most powerful part of this story, you might already have this fortune without even realizing it. All it takes is one glance, one expert evaluation, and everything can change. If your 1962 sixpence meets the right criteria, your financial life can shift from modest to monumental in an instant. So what should you do? Don't sell it cheaply. Don't spend it casually. Don't let its size fool you. Have it authenticated. Get it graded. And treat it like the crown jewel it truly is. Because this coin isn't just a sixpence, it's a royal ticket, a wealth magnet, a once-in-a-lifetime miracle. Your future could be quietly hidden within that coin's shine, waiting to be awakened. Don't ignore the whisper of destiny. The 1962 sixpence might just be your miracle in metal. 7 beneath its calm, silver-toned surface, the 1963 United Kingdom sixpence is far more than an old coin. It's a royal treasure in disguise. You may be holding what looks like a simple piece of currency from decades ago, but the truth is, this one coin has the potential to catapult you into extreme wealth. In today's market, this small disc of history, especially in rare condition or with minting anomalies, can command a value so powerful, so unexpected, that it may change your life overnight. The year 1963 sits firmly in the golden era of Queen Elizabeth II's early reign. The nation was modernizing rapidly, yet traditions like coin design still echoed Britain's proud legacy. It was a year of global change, cultural shifts, and political evolution, and the coins from this era captured that spirit. The sixpence was no ordinary currency. It was a beloved token of good luck, often gifted at weddings and special occasions, and believed to bring fortune to its bearer. Now, that legend may have transformed into reality, because the 1963 sixpence has become one of the most coveted finds in elite numismatic circles. On the obverse, the coin features the elegant uncrowned Portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, crafted by Mary Gillick. This version of the Queen, young, serene, and softly regal, was only used in her early reign and is now revered as a symbol of grace and heritage. Coins bearing this portrait have become a collector's dream. But when that portrait is struck perfectly on a 1963 sixpence in mint state, free from circulation marks, sharp in detail, with original luster, it turns from dream into treasure. The few that exist in such flawless condition are already considered million-dollar rarities, and here's where it becomes truly electrifying. Some 1963 sixpence coins exist with minting errors, tiny imperfections like double strikes, off-center, prints, or alloy anomalies. To an untrained eye, they may seem accidental, but to experienced collectors, they are golden tickets. A sixpence from this year with a confirmed error can be worth millions in the collector market, especially in the United States, where British royal collectibles are soaring in demand. Imagine something so small, so humble, becoming the cornerstone of your fortune. On the reverse side, the coin features the classic crowned E.R. monogram, encircled by the four floral emblems of the UK: the English rose, Scottish thistle, Irish shamrock, and Welsh leek. It's not just a decorative touch, it's a bold celebration of unity and monarchy. This rich symbolism, combined with the coin's beauty and royal connection, fuels its emotional and historical value. Collectors don't just see a coin, they see a nation, a crown, a legacy, and they're willing to pay staggering amounts to own a piece of it. What intensifies the value of the 1963 sixpence today is timing. Since Queen Elizabeth II's passing, early coins from her reign have surged in value. The 1963 sixpence sits in the heart of her formative years, a period now frozen in time, never to return. Every coin from this era is growing more desirable by the day, and when one surfaces in uncirculated condition, or even more powerfully, with a mint error, its value can go from pocket change to multi-million-dollar artifact in a heartbeat. But here's the most astonishing part. Many of these coins are still in the wild. They're hidden in attics, tucked into old coin jars, forgotten in family keepsakes. That means you, or someone close to you, could be unknowingly holding a financial miracle. You don't need to mine gold or win a lottery. Your fortune might already be in your hands, waiting for you to notice. The 1963 sixpence isn't just rare. It's a sleeper treasure, a quiet giant wrapped in history and silver. What's the next step? Protect it. Authenticate it. Grade it professionally. And do not, under any circumstances, sell it cheaply. Coins like this belong in world-class auctions, private royal collections, and international vaults, not casual trades. With the right documentation and buyer, this coin could change your status, your story, your future. This is more than metal. It's momentum, legacy, and unlimited potential, all minted into a single, powerful piece. Remember this truth. Not all fortunes wear a crown, but this one does. If you own a 1963 Queen Elizabeth II sixpence, especially in rare condition or with a mint error, you're not just holding a coin, you're holding destiny. This is your chance, your moment, your miracle, and it all fits in the palm of your hand. 8 from the outside. It may seem like just a small, old British coin, the kind you'd find in your grandfather's drawer or mixed in a pile of dusty change. But the 1964 United Kingdom sixpence carries far more than metal and memory. It carries unimaginable wealth, royal legacy, and the power to change your fortune overnight. If you are one of the few lucky people holding this coin, especially in flawless condition or with unique minting traits, you may be sitting on $1 million treasure, completely unaware of the silent miracle in your hands. The year 1964 marks a powerful chapter in the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. Britain was undergoing cultural transformation, from tradition to modernity. But while music, fashion, and technology were evolving, the coins of the land still held tight to the heritage of the crown. The sixpence, long believed to bring good luck, continued to hold spiritual and cultural value across the United Kingdom. Yet the 1964 issue stands out, not just for its symbolism, but for the hidden rarity and wealth embedded in certain specimens that few ever see. On the obverse side of the coin, you'll find the graceful, uncrowned portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Mary Gillick. This portrait, used only in the earlier years of her reign, is widely admired for its elegance, youthfulness, and honesty. It doesn't portray power, it portrays presence. The 1964 sixpence is one of the last coins to feature this portrait, before design updates in later years, and that alone places it in high demand. But it's when this portrait is found in perfect condition, or struck with unusual mint errors, that the coin transforms into a collector's dream worth millions. Now let's talk about what makes it so incredibly valuable. While millions of sixpence coins were minted in 1964, only a few survived in pristine, uncirculated form, untouched by human hands, stored in protective conditions. Rarer still are coins that were struck with errors, like double dies, misaligned edges, or metal flaws. These minting mistakes are not defects, they are golden opportunities. Coins with verified errors often fetch 6 or 7 figures at high-end auctions, and some have even been sold privately for millions. The 1964 sixpence is no exception. The right coin could make you a billionaire overnight. The reverse side of the coin carries the classic crowned E.R. monogram, flanked by the 4 national symbols of the UK, the English rose, Scottish thistle, Irish shamrock, and Welsh leek. This isn't just decoration. It's a celebration of unity under the crown, a national treasure compressed into a small circle of metal. Holding this coin is like holding a map of Britain's pride. For collectors, this deep historical and cultural symbolism makes it far more valuable than its size or denomination. This is the kind of coin that turns heads in private vaults and elite collections. What makes the 1964 sixpence even more explosive in today's market is timing. With Queen Elizabeth II's reign now complete and history closing its chapter on one of the longest-serving monarchs, early and mid-reign coins have surged in both emotional and monetary value. Every collector, investor, and royal enthusiast is searching for the rarest, finest condition coins from her timeline, and the 1964 sixpence is now viewed as a prime target. If yours is graded highly, MS65 or above, or carries any minting flaw, you may very well hold a life-changing financial artifact. And here's the twist of fate. These coins are not only found in royal collections or private banks. They're hidden in homes, forgotten in boxes, passed down in family heirlooms. You could be one of the few people unknowingly holding a multi-million-dollar coin. That's the true magic of the 1964 sixpence. It carries royal blood, historical gold, and billionaire potential, all wrapped in a coin that can rest quietly in your pocket. So what should you do if you have one? Protect it immediately. Do not clean it. Do not trade it lightly. Get it evaluated by a professional grading service. If it's confirmed as uncirculated or marked with an error, your simple coin becomes a goldmine. Once authenticated, you can choose your next move: private collectors, international auctions, or elite royal investors. This coin doesn't belong in a drawer. It belongs in the hands of someone who understands its power, and that someone is you. The 1964 sixpence is more than a coin. It is a portal to fortune, a royal gift from the past waiting to crown its next heir. If you're the one who holds it, know this: your destiny may already be in your grasp. You're not chased. Do not be fooled by its small size or its modest appearance. The 1965 United Kingdom sixpence is not just a coin. It's a sleeping titan, a royal relic with the potential to unleash extraordinary wealth. Tucked into pockets, coin jars, or passed down quietly through generations, this piece of currency might be the key to a life you never imagined. If you are fortunate enough to own one, especially in uncirculated condition or struck with a rare minting error, you could be holding a fortune worth millions in US dollars. Yes, this coin could be the very thing that transforms your story forever. The mid-1960s were a unique time in British history. The monarchy was adapting to a changing world, yet traditions still ran deep, and coins like the sixpence held powerful symbolic meaning. The 1965 sixpence, minted in the final years before Britain prepared for decimalization, was part of a legacy coming to an end. And because of that, collectors worldwide view it not just as money, but as a closing chapter in an ancient story, one that's now more valuable than ever before. This specific year's coin has become a highly desirable asset, and in rare conditions, it can fetch life-altering sums. The obverse features the timeless and youthful uncrowned portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Mary Gillick. This was the last phase of this portrait's use before the design was updated in later years. That alone gives the 1965 sixpence a historic edge. It's part of the final group of coins bearing the young Queen's soft, elegant features. For collectors, this portrait represents an era of post-war hope, royal dignity, and national pride. In mint state form, this coin is already precious, but when combined with rarity, condition, or error details, it transforms into a millionaire's treasure. Here's what skyrockets its value: minting errors and proof-like conditions. Most sixpence coins were struck for everyday use, meaning they were handled, circulated, and worn down. But a tiny percentage were never used, flawless, preserved, and sharp in every detail. Even fewer were struck with errors like misaligned dies, double-struck letters, or metal flaws. These coins are ultra-rare, and when found, are sold not for hundreds or thousands, but for millions of dollars at elite auctions. In the collector's world, these are the holy grails, and 1965 is one of those years that hides them. Turn to the reverse, and you'll see the dignified crowned E.R. monogram, encircled by the four floral emblems of the United Kingdom: the English rose, the Scottish thistle, the Irish shamrock, and the Welsh leek. This beautiful symmetry is more than just decoration. It is a tribute to unity and identity, engraved in metal. It captures a moment in history, and that symbolism only increases its value in the eyes of historians, royals, and investors alike. This is not just a coin. It is a miniature monument to an empire's legacy. What makes this opportunity even more magical is the current surge in interest surrounding Queen Elizabeth II's early and mid-reign coinage. Since her passing, the demand for coins from the 1950s and 1960s has grown dramatically. The 1965 sixpence has become a shining star among collectors, especially those looking for final issues with the Gillick portrait. Prices have reached jaw-dropping levels, and serious collectors are watching the market like hawks, ready to snatch up the rarest specimens for astronomical amounts. But here's the twist: many of these fortune-making coins are still out there, unnoticed and unvalued. They might be hiding in family collections, tucked away in books or old jewelry boxes. You might even have one right now. The beauty of coin collecting is that life-changing value often hides in the most humble places. That means your 1965 sixpence could be a silent treasure, just waiting to be discovered, authenticated, and appreciated for what it truly is, a once-in-a-lifetime miracle. So, if you hold a 1965 Queen Elizabeth II sixpence, protect it. Do not clean it, do not spend it, and do not give it away. Have it examined, graded, and documented professionally. If it turns out to be in pristine condition or contains a rare minting error, its value could send shockwaves through your life. The house, the cars, the luxury, you're closer than you think. Remember, in the world of rare coins, it's not about the size or age of the coin. It's about the story it tells and the rarity it carries. And this one might just tell the story of your rise to unimaginable fortune.